Hello Leos, how are you? Welcome to your August 2016 love and general reading. Just so you know, I am using a new deck. It's called the Golden Universal Tarot. I hope you like it. Okay, let us begin your love reading for August 2016. Oh, I love that. Perfect card to start the reading. Okay. Starting with the sun, perfect way for your birthday month, August. Late July, early August, sun is shining. This is the card of Leo as well. So very much in your element, very much in your space, feeling good things around you, optimistic, positive, and overall just good vibes. Okay, now there might be a little bit of a delay with some things, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Just an observation. It doesn't necessarily apply to you specifically, just almost like everyone in general. August is turning out to be, with my readings, kind of a mild month, okay? It's not overly romantic. It's not very, emotional. It's just, June was really difficult for a lot of people. And as we were moving into July, and I'm saying this in all my readings, the dust has kind of been settling. And then as we move into August, I feel like there's like a state of maintenance happening. All right. So we're just trying to maintain. And then as we move on into September, October, I think things are going to start picking back up again. But you do have some beautiful things. I mean, first card, Ace of Cups, right side position, the entry or the promise of a new emotional opportunity. Maybe someone new coming in for those of you who are in relationships, some form of renewal of your existing relationship, finding a connection again, maybe if it has been lost or it has been broken in some way with your partner. I do actually kind of feel like there is a possibility. I kind of am sensing that this is you as the King of Pentacles, okay? We've got the red robes happening, and we have the red here as well. And again, like I said, a mild month. This is a pentacle sign. So it's not a fire sign. It's not full of fire-like energy and everything is, like out of control and passionate and all of that. It's very smart. It's very practical. It's very cautious, being in reverse position, maybe even more so cautious. Taking it one step at a time, not allowing yourself to get ahead of yourself, and just sort of taking things in stride, okay, which can be difficult to do. This person here, the Empress reverse, okay, I'm kind of sensing there's like a little triangle thing happening here. Empress reverse, I feel like she is your partner or the person that you are meant to meet, or the person that will enter or come into your life or be associated with this opportunity or this potential. A beautiful person, okay? Maybe a Taurus, maybe a Libra. It doesn't have to be. This is just, the card of Venus. Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. someone who is very well grounded, also very intelligent, very smart, a very good match for you. And I feel like there's been something kind of happening in terms of kind of how you're feeling, right? Like you're kind of maybe feeling a little insecure. They are feeling maybe a little insecure as well. Insecure not because of anything terrible that has happened or because of any severe mental issues, just because maybe you've been through something over the last couple months and you're just trying to pick yourselves back up. And I feel like you can almost sense that in one another. And you can relate on that level, especially emotionally, if there was, whether it was a breakup or, a fight. I feel like you're going to be very sensitive towards one another's needs. And again, if this is your partner, same thing. You have been through a lot together. So I'm kind of getting like walking on eggshells a little bit, but not in a bad way, not out of fear, but just out of like not wanting to hurt the other person, not wanting to hurt yourself, not wanting to create conflict of any kind. And that's fine. Being very in tune with what the other person needs and being in tune with what you need and having the ability and the willingness to communicate that as well. I'm kind of sensing with this Two of Pentacles that things, because we have the Two of Pentacles reversed and we have Temperance reversed. So there is definitely a message of imbalance, right? And we have the Two of Wands here as well. Things are good in your life, and yet I still feel like you're not quite, like you don't feel like you have it all together. Okay, and King of Pentacles reverse. This is someone that works very hard, someone that is willing to do the day-to-day, the nitty-gritty, right? In relationships, this is you carrying out your duties, carrying out the things that you want and need in the relationship. Not being afraid to ask, not being afraid to communicate. But again, still a little shaken, a little ungrounded. You might be in a place where you cannot provide a lot of stability for another person, and you need your partner to provide stability for themselves. Hence, that eggshell idea. You can't be in a relationship and be walking on eggshells that way. Forever, right? It's not sustainable. But for the time being, especially if you are in a couple and have been for a while and you have just recently gone through something like a fight or like a breakup or a temporary let's take a break situation, being cautious and cognizant and doing those girlfriend boyfriend duties and doing them willingly and doing them not because you have to or not because you feel obligated, but because you want to, because this is the person that you've chosen to be with or the person that you want to be with. I like the Ten of Wands in reverse because it tells me you aren't feeling burdened by these things. You aren't feeling, like I said, obligated to do certain things or to say certain things. You're doing them out of love. You're doing them out of respect and out of caring. And same thing, I feel like it goes both ways because we kind of have the sun a little bit in between the two of you. So there are blessings reaching out to both of you and sort of comforting you in different ways. This person needs to be comforted in different ways as you, right? And I feel like this is a very gentle person. Okay, she's strong and she's smart and she's, powerful in her own way. And I say her because it's the Empress, but it could be male or female. They're powerful in their own way, but also they do internalize. They do bring things into their soul, into their emotional state. And when you aren't feeling tip-top shape, it greatly affects them as well. If this is someone that you don't know, yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like it is someone that you know, because it is an Empress and a King. It's not a Page or a Knight, but because, but you know, if this is a new relationship with the Ace of Cups, if this is something new coming in, you could be like, the only words that are coming in mind are like you're very in tune or very in sync with one another, and you can very much sense their state. Okay, and now we have the Wheel of Fortune, but it's in the reverse position, a 10 in reverse and another 10 in reverse. This tells me that, and I said this in the beginning, like a sense of delay, that there may be a sense of delay in this situation or in this relationship, in this renewal specifically. Okay, Temperance reverse. I think you have some rebuilding that needs to occur. This is personal rebuilding. So does your partner, or so does your potential partner. Something that, you know, you need to do for yourself. Potential may come into your life, but I don't see it blossoming and growing into something really substantial. I'll know more when I pull out more cards. But, and the only reason for that delay is because you need to be like this. And you will be. It's not, like I said, this is a very mild reading. It doesn't have huge, heavy energies, which is good, since a lot of us need calm things right now. But the shakiness and that emotional imbalance, okay, and I always say, you know, there's several cards in the deck where I always say it's the heart versus the head. And sometimes it takes a while for the head to catch up with the heart and vice versa. And the meeting of the two does create a calming effect within us. It creates a sense of peace. When you are feeling imbalanced, and when there is maybe a disconnect or has been a disconnect between maybe you and your partner or you and people that you've been dating, where things just aren't like quite catching on, things aren't quite coming to fruition the way you would like or the way you would want, when that disconnect happens, it can be a little bit like it shakes you up a little bit. And I'm sensing a rebuilding for you in terms of where you want to go, okay? Maybe things have changed dramatically in your life over the past few months. Things have been challenging you and causing you to question where you're going and what you want this life to be. These are big questions that you ask yourself. And I feel like you're craving or you have a desire to go and be and do something else. Now, these are just projections, right? Everything starts with a thought. And this is a message that we truly are the creators of our world, that we have power and we have control over our situations, as cliche and annoying as that may sound to hear. I've only recently discovered what this truly means. You know, you hear it over and over and over, but until you actually start living your life as though you are the designer, you are the creator of your life. Until you start living that way and stop victimizing yourself or allowing yourself to be in situations where you are victimized by your circumstances, until you do that, you're going to continue to feel this off balance. You're going to continue to feel a sense of insecurities within you. And I feel like your partner is there as well, or this person is there as well. So there's going to be a bond formed because of this state of mind. You both are sort of at the beginning stages of wanting something else or doing something else, or maybe there's even been some realization about what life even really truly is. Okay, and it's very high level, very existential, blah blah blah, and that's fine. Some things are more mundane, right? Some things are more challenging, and others are very fantastical, right? More connected with the universe. There's all sorts of phases that we go through. And I do feel like that is the bond that ties you two together. If this is your partner, this is what brings you together and causes this renewal. If this is someone new, this is what sort of brings in that attraction. Being on that same page together and being willing and open to include someone else in this big picture of yours, right? Well, and we have the other card of Leo with the Strength card. So you're very much in your element this month, which is great. It's your birthday month. Things are going to be going well. I'm kind of sensing like this is the same person. Okay, so now it's also picking up like a water sign. These are just kind of guides to help you in case, or to be aware of maybe the type of personality or the type of process that your partner or significant other is going through. Again, a water sign perhaps, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like this person is quite thrown. Okay, this person might be more off balance than you. This person might even be shirking their responsibilities in a much more dramatic way. They are maybe dropping what it is they have been doing and ignoring the things that they still need to do. Maybe there's a little bit of a selfish aspect there where they just are, and it's fine, okay? It's not towards you, or it's not, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just the state of mind that they are in. They are, and the reason I'm saying it is because it's connected directly with the Ten of Wands reverse. So they don't want to take on more responsibility. They don't want to create more burden in their life. They are enjoying ignoring these things. All right. I don't think it's again, it's not forever. It's purely temporary. It's just until we kind of get through this little weird, muddy phase that we're all kind of in. And here's another card indicating delays, all right? There is, maybe some communication here. If you are totally single and you maybe don't know who this could be someone very much in your periphery, someone that you haven't been paying attention to. The entrance of this person might not be as recognizable as you would like, and with the Eight of Wands reverse and the Wheel of Fortune reverse, there is that sense of hesitation for allowing that to come into your life. What's interesting here is I'm kind of getting that this month is very much about your partner or the other person, or the wanting or the desire for another person. You seem to be pretty stable. You might be reversed, you might be rebuilding, you might be feeling a little shaky or whatever. But you are rebuilding. And you do have the strength get you through. You do have the strength to persevere and to remain calm and to stay in tune with your higher self, stay in tune with your greater purpose, in order to control and contain the beasts that are in your life, right? Beasts, obligations, things you need to do, which is good. So again, a very beautiful, very calm reading. I'm going to move into the generals. I feel like actually the generals have been more, they have more substance to them. I don't want these. I don't know. Let me just... Okay, let me see how much more dramatic this is. There's more drama, more color, there's more stuff happening here. A lot of people in this reading, my goodness. We have the Queen of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Wands. We do have the Lovers here. Now, because this is a general reading, I am going to read it as not a romantic relationship, okay? You can apply it that way, maybe, if you can, but I'm going to try not to read it so much in the romantic capacity, okay? Although there are romantic elements, so it might come in, okay? Because we have the Knight of Cups in the very center of the reading, which I always feel is you and your energy. I always feel that this is, you wearing your heart on your sleeve, okay? I think that you have a very open heart right now, open to new possibilities in terms of whatever, in terms of work, in terms of your family and your friendships and your relationships. There is an element of family here, okay? So there may be something associated with your family, maybe something... I'm kind of getting like this Queen of Swords reversed is someone close to you that you know, okay? Maybe a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Watch out, because if they're not in the best mood, if they're in a reverse position, they can kind of have a very, sharp tongue and be a little bit of a bitch or a little bit of a dick at times. Rightfully so, they're usually right. If they're pissed about something, it's usually because they feel trampled in some way, and they are emotional people. A lot of, people think because they're a sword, it's not emotion, whatever. But no, they are very emotional people, and they usually have worked very hard for where they are and for everything that they've accomplished. And so just be careful and tread lightly. I'm kind of sensing, like, because we have Pentacle, Pentacle, Pentacle all sort of surrounding this person. This could be a mother, it could be a sister, it could be a coworker or a boss as well, or someone that holds a position of authority, someone that holds the cards and the fate of a lot of people, maybe even including yourself. I'm kind of sensing, though, like you are, with this Lovers in reverse, and this is not the only major arcana, but the first major that came out. There has been some form of challenge to your personal belief system. is this the right job for me? Is this an opportunity that I really want to take? Is this going to lead me where I want to go? Is this going to be how I get there? Now, I'm kind of even sensing like this is your energy as well, this Knight of Pentacles. I don't know why you are making some sort of offering to this person. You are dedicating time, you are dedicating energy. Maybe this is someone that you have offered a job to. I know I said it could be a boss or a person of authority, but it could also be someone that, maybe not a job, but maybe an opportunity for something, an outside business venture. It could be, you know, maybe you are starting your business and you are making an offer to this person. Be careful though. I don't know how well it's going to work out, especially if this is a family member. There might be some conflict there. And there might be some financial motives, you know, from you or from this person. I'm really getting the family air. So if this is a sister or a mother or something that you want to give them something to do, so you kind of put them to work, I'll pay you or whatever. It might not end the best with the Three of Swords in the right side position. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have, I feel like this Page of Wands and this Lovers reverse kind of go hand in hand. I don't normally see that, but it's like your personal belief systems have been challenged. Your heart is very open to new opportunities. You're willing to at least examine the opportunity and see if it makes sense for you. If there's potential for growth, potential for additional income, potential for new pathways. And I think those new pathways is really where your focus is. What's in it for me? How will it get me to my final goal or my final destination? And what steps do I need to take to really make that happen? I think that this person is somewhat integral in some way. This person is almost like a, I have no idea why, but the word stepping stone came into my mind. I'm kind of seeing it going both ways, where this person has something to offer you. Maybe this person has funds or funding of some kind or access to the money. But then you in turn are offering this person something. It's kind of like an even exchange. I feel like there is a little bit of a state of vulnerability on your part, being a Knight of Cups. Like I said, the open heart, expressing, and I feel like there's no issue with communication here whatsoever. Okay, communicating with them. And telling them how it's going to work out with the projections and the pro formas or whatever it is you're doing, the reports and all that. Telling them how great this opportunity could be. But at the same time, I think considering whether or not this person really fits into the puzzle, and is this opportunity that you're giving them something that you're going to continue to do long term, or is this something that you're just going to allow to fizzle out because it's not in line with what it is that you want. Now there is the ending card here, which I cannot ignore. It is a major arcana, a card of wish fulfillment, which indicates to me that you will have everything that you want, everything that you're looking for, you're striving for, it will come to fruition. Okay, there is well, hold on, let me pull out more. Here's that Two of Wands again. Even, you know, Seven of Wands reverse is a good energy because it's letting go of things, letting go of your defense mechanisms, letting go of maybe everything that you've been fighting so hard for, and just sort of allowing yourself to expand. This is a card of expansion and growth. And okay, here we have an Emperor. Yeah. I am kind of picking up two things. Well, actually, it's really leaning towards some other person, some fatherly figure or some type of boss or leader in your life. And I'm going to contradict myself, and I apologize for that. It's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. It is possible that this is the person also making an offer. So it's kind of like a train. It goes from this person bringing something to the table, you taking that and then bringing it here. So maybe there's someone back in the very, very back seats, at the back of the scene. What's the word? Behind the scenes. That is sort of puppeteering everything, and you sort of being the front man, you sort of being the salesman, the sales pitch person. Maybe you're more personable, you're more amicable, people like you more, you have more charisma, more energy about you. This person might be older, maybe not understand technology so well, and yet they are the ones that really are creating the opportunities, and maybe your job is to go out and bring in the money for something. Okay, I know that's really specific, but just kind of what is coming to my mind. And be careful not to be used in some way. Okay, this could even be like a husband-wife combo. You maybe like your mother and your father maybe. And I don't know why the Queen of Swords is really being attached to this, like she is the leader of something, of an organization, of the family. And she is really more decisive. This could even play out in terms of like something so simple, like a vacation. This person wants to go on vacation, kind of brings the opportunity to you, and then you are the one responsible for convincing someone to pay for it. Okay, I mean, it doesn't have to be so business-like and, you know, going out and creating funds, investors for whatever your real estate investment fund or whatever it is. It could be something very simple like that. Be careful, okay, though, because we do have the Three of Swords, and maybe you might feel used a little bit, maybe taken advantage, maybe kind of stuck in the middle a little bit. Maybe some people in your life are going through a divorce and they are using you to communicate with one another, challenging your personal beliefs and leaving you a little bit brokenhearted. But at the end of the day, there is a period of expansion for you. Even with the Page of Wands, there is a period of looking forward, of taking action, of moving in new directions. So despite what happens on the family level or even the friendship level, it's not going to affect you too greatly. I think your focus is very in a self-interested place, not trying to make that sound mean because it's not, but this might not faze you if this is some kind of a little family drama or family feud or something happening, that you won't be fazed too much and you will quickly move through it. So, all right, Leo, I think that's pretty much everything. Again, a mild reading for you. I hope it provides some insights for you. It might not resonate entirely with most of you, but hopes provide some insights nonetheless. So good luck with everything this month, and I will see you next month. Thanks.